Okay students, in this very video we are going to study the very first kind of asexual reproduction, that is fission. Now, first let us try to find out the literal meaning of fission. What does this word fission means? Fission basically means splitting. Splitting, breakdown. Like if here is a thing and it is split into two parts. So this one is an example of fission. Similarly, a thing can be split into many parts also. Even this one is fission. Now, in this case, because this thing is split into two, so this is known as binary fission. Why the word binary? Because the word binary is used for two. So, both of them are fission. This is fission and even this one is fission. In both of them, splitting is taking place. But in this case, it is getting split into two. So this is binary fission. And in this case, this is getting split into many. So this is said to be multiple fission. Having understood the concept of fission, let's move on to the main topic, that is binary fission in amoeba. So our main topic is binary fission in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular protozoa. See, I am drawing an amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular protozoa. This is the plasma membrane of amoeba. This is called cytoplasm of amoeba. And then somewhere in the center, we have got the nucleus of amoeba. Like this. This one is nucleus of amoeba. I am labeling it. This one is nucleus. Now, what happens when amoeba reaches maturity? When amoeba grows to its full size, then it undergoes binary fission. That means it divides into two daughter amoebae, two daughter cells. Now this process happens like this. First, the nucleus divides, then it is followed by division of cytoplasm. Like if this is stage 1, mature amoeba is there, then we come to stage 2. In this what happens? Nucleus starts dividing like this. You can see. Nucleus starts dividing. Can you see this division? Nucleus starts lengthening also, and it starts dividing. And in the next stage, even a bit of cytoplasmic division also starts here. Cytoplasmic division starts here. You can say like this. So this is nuclear division. Nucleus starts dividing In the later stage, you will see that nuclear division has completed and cytoplasmic division has further increased. So, have a look. The initial stage of nucleus starts dividing. In the next stage, what happens? Nuclear division, you can see, completed. This one. Nuclear division completed. And cytoplasmic division has further increased. Cytoplasm की division और ज़्यादा बढ़ गई. And then finally in the last stage what happens? Even cytoplasm has divided completely. Nucleus तो पहले ही divide कर गया था. In the last stage, you will see even cytoplasm has divided completely and it forms two daughter amoebae. It forms two daughter cells. Okay, so class, a very brief revision. A fully mature amoeba with the nucleus in the center. First, nucleus starts dividing, and in the next stage, nucleus has divided completely, and the cytoplasmic division, it has further increased. And then very simple, in the next stage, nucleus was already divided. Now the even cytoplasm had divided completely. This is all about your binary fission in amoeba. Now there are two terms discussed often in here. The division of nucleus is also known as karyokinesis. Karyo means nucleus, and the word kinesis means division. So combining together, the word karyokinesis means karyo, K-A-R-Y-O, karyo means nucleus, and kinesis means division. So this division of nucleus is also said to be karyokinesis. Second thing, similarly, division of cytoplasm is also known as cytokinesis. Okay, class. So in binary fission, what happens? Mature unicellular organisms divides into two daughter organisms. This is a method of asexual reproduction found in unicellular organisms. Now, as we have discussed earlier, if we have got binary fission, then we have got multiple fission also. Now, what happens in multiple fission? In multiple fission, simply what happens? A unicellular organism is there. Suppose if this one is a unicellular organism, and here is the nucleus, and this one is a unicellular organism. Now, in multiple fission, what happens? Nucleus divides many times. Under unfavorable condition, what is happening? When unfavorable condition is there, a cyst is formed around it. A cyst means a protective covering is formed around this organism. Cyst, it is a protective covering. Then inside this cyst only, the nucleus divides many times. Like we have got from one nucleus, we have got two nucleus. Then from two nucleus, we have got 4, 8, like this. Inside the cyst only, the nucleus divides many times. See, like this. You will notice here, only nucleus has divided many times without the division of cytoplasm. सिर्फ न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड करा है, cytoplasm has not divided here. Once many nucleus are there, then around each nucleus some amount of cytoplasm is accumulated, like this. So see, first nucleus is divided many times, then around each nucleus some amount of cytoplasm is accumulated. Now, each identity in this case is a new daughter cell. As I told you in the beginning, it happens under unfavorable condition. A protective covering cyst is formed around this. Then unicellular organisms like Plasmodium. This is typical example of Plasmodium, malarial parasite. It undergoes multiple fission. A cyst is formed, and then inside the cyst, many new daughter cells are formed this way. And then in the next stage, what happens? Simply cyst is broken. नेक्स्ट स्टेज में आप देखो क्या होता है, सिस्ट जो प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग थी, इट ब्रेक्स लाइक दिस एंड द डॉटर सेल्स दे कम आउट, दे कम आउट लाइक दिस. So this is the case of multiple fission. Now, we have studied binary fission also, and we have studied multiple fission also. So very briefly, we are going to understand the differences between both the two. Binary fission and multiple fission. Okay, the very first difference is that in this, two daughter cells are formed. Two daughter cells are formed. In binary fission, recall the example of amoeba. From one amoeba, two daughter cells are formed, two new organisms are formed. In multiple fission, many new organisms or you can say daughter cells are formed. Second point of difference, in binary fission what happens? It takes place in favorable condition. And multiple fission takes place under unfavorable conditions. Third point of difference, binary fission, nuclear division is immediately followed by cytoplasmic division. You have seen in the example of amoeba that once the nucleus divided into two, then the cytoplasm also divided immediately. So in case of binary fission, nuclear division is immediately followed by cytoplasmic division. But in multiple fission, what happens? Nuclear division is not followed by cytoplasmic division immediately. Not followed immediately. Last, you can write examples. In this case, example is amoeba, leishmania, all this thing. Then the classic example in this case is always Plasmodium, the Malaysian parasite.